Welcome back, folks. I am Jon Najarian, back in the office for the first time in a week. All kinds of challenges being on boats, planes, trains, and boats. But we're back with 3 at 3. 3 at 3 every business day. I bring you what's going on. Better bring the mic closer, I guess. Let you know what's going on with unusual activity in the stock market. And we define that through our heat seeker algorithm, which is out there looking for large blocks being bought on the offer. And yes, we had a bunch. So let's get started. The disclaimer says that this is being presented for informational and educational purposes only. You need to understand the risks before you take them on. And all investments, by the way, involve risk. Just ask Warren Buffett. Intellectual property, yes, we have intellectual property that is patents, trademarks, copyrights, and registered marks, but it's not limited to that. So please, before you reproduce this that you're about to see in any fashion, ask us first. Thank you very much. Well, yep, the Doge father himself, Elon Musk, has marched Doge all the way up to record high after record high throughout the week. Many of you know that I have a rather significant portion of my portfolio in Doge, and I'm pretty darn happy about that. And hence the name Dr. Doge Najarian. The reason is, of course, an aggressive promotion by Mr. Musk, but not limited to him. I mean, we've got Mark Cuban and Gene Simmons and a host of others as well. But I just thought that you guys need to be focused on the idea that this is coming to a head tomorrow, Saturday night. So just be forewarned. I will still have some Doge after that show, but I will have liquidated an awful lot of my Doge. That's just me. You have to decide what's appropriate for you. Saturday night could make or break Doge, it says. I'm not so sure it breaks it, but the fever could break because there's clearly Doge fever out there. And I anticipate that that could carry us pretty much all the way to the show. And then this headline, I thought you guys might be entertained by a bit. $25 billion Doge whale. That's a huge trader. They call whales. Anybody with over 1,000 Bitcoins is a whale. And Doge, somebody has 25 billion with a B. But Robinhood CEO says we don't have any significant positions in any of the coins we keep. So he says it's not him. Okay. This is our YouTube channel, folks. So I would encourage you to check it out. YouTube is a great resource for us and for you. You can subscribe to channels like ours. You just go to YouTube, type Market Rebellion, and as you see that arrow that went across the screen there, that shows you the subscribe button. It costs you nothing, and all of our videos are posted right there. The ones that are for our clients first and then posted afterwards are, as you might imagine, delayed because our clients get the first shot. And that would include like the roundtable. You have to be registered, but you don't have to pay us anything. You just have to register to participate in the roundtable, which, by the way, Monday, we'll have Lee Cooperman, my friend Leon Cooperman, fabulous guy, decades of outperformance in the markets. And he is going to be with us Monday. If you'd like to join that for free and live, you got to register at marketrebellion.com. But we will post it up here as well on our YouTube channel. So YouTube channel, you would get Pete's the Take, the Daily Crypto Bite, my 3 at 3, my 60-second videos, and so forth. So including podcasts, all of our videos are there, and they are all free. Let's take a look at the first one today, Johnson Controls JCI. Pete was not able to get to unusual activity on the halftime because he was interrupted by the president and Ms. Yellen, I believe. I was flying back up from Miami from some wonderful meetings with Kevin O'Leary down there. We've got a couple businesses percolating, and after I was speaking at a conference up in Mar-a-Lago, I drove down Wednesday, met with Kevin for dinner, and then he came out on the boat again because we've got those boats that I told you about, Luxury Miami, and fabulous business run by veterans, helps veterans and so forth. And it's a pretty dang nice way to spend an afternoon out on a 100-foot yacht. So Kevin might be part of that business as well. But anyway, let's talk about Johnson Controls, shall we? JCI, bullish call spread, stock 65.93, so call it 66 bucks, and they're buying the 67.50 calls. Now, I did not buy those. You see they paid $1.60. So what I like to do, folks, just to give you a little measuring stick, is I like to buy the at the money call and sell something higher above it for about the same amount of money as the 11,000 lot you see on the screen here. The 11,000 lot paid $1.60. So that means, since every option is for 100 shares of stock, that is $160 per option. Every option's for 100 shares. So in other words, $1,600. Yep, that gets you a 10 lot. You're controlling 1,000 shares of this stock for $1,600 from now until July, if you choose to do that. And 1,000 shares of the stock would be 66,000 bucks. So you get the idea. We get leverage, but what do you give up? Time, because you have to have something happen, but in the time frame between the time you see that activity and how far out into the future these options expire. These are not a fast time decay, but they are not too far from becoming that. As we finish May, and we're just beginning May, but as we finish May, these will be in those first 2 months. Those are the fastest time decay options. So right now, time isn't as much an enemy. But as you get into the final days and weeks of an option's life, time is an enemy. You only have moments to be right. So just be aware, they're buying an out of the money call out in July. There's Johnson Controls, still around the same price, 66 bucks, give or take. And you see the nice march from the March timeframe when it was $58 stock up to here now when it's 66. Our daily crypto bite. Yep, thousands of you have subscribed, both to the YouTube channel, which is free, and many of you have joined the chat room. If you would like to do that, you can try your first month for $1. $1. You can join the chat room and you'd get trades like Doge that we had. We do a Doge of the day every day. All three of us do, because there's 3 of us broadcasting in that room. Myself, Monty, and CJ talk about trades we've made, trades we're making, and we give you what we are doing with that particular trade as we take them off and as we add to them. You can get subscription to that subscription website by going to marketrebellion.com/try crypto. That's marketrebellion.com/try crypto. The guys also have a new DeFi course. So if you'd like to learn more about cryptocurrency and courses around decentralized finance or DeFi, you can do that because we have the same sort of education that we have for stocks, options, and futures. We also have for crypto. So check it out, as well as the daily crypto bite, 10 a.m. Eastern every business day. Freeport, FCX is our second trade of our 3 at 3. FCX stock is $44 approximately. They're buying the 45 calls. But look at how far out into the future, January. So we all know that January is about 7 months out into the future, give or take. And they're buying a just out of the money call. That's going to have almost zero time decay because it's so far out into the future. It's not a leap, but it's so far out into the future, the time decay will be like a tortoise, not like a hare. So I bought at the money, sold above the market against it as the stock trades right here at approximately $44 a share. FCX, Freeport-McMoRan. And look at that one, folks, from May of last year. A year ago, May, the stock was basically between $4 and $5. And now it's 43. And we have had hit after hit after hit in this one. And Cleveland Cliffs, CLF, and Cemex, CX. A lot of the infrastructure plays, we've just followed the smart money and it's worked out fantastic. Next one, Apple. Yeah, that's right, Apple. And you're thinking, well, John, you just have an excuse to put Apple up anytime. Well, not so much. Look at this, 17,000 contracts changed hands in Apple today. May 136 calls. These are calls 2 weeks into the future. So today is an expiration because the Friday is usual expiration, except for things like the VIX. And don't ask me why, it's too long an explanation. But Fridays are expiration days. And so we have, in the case of Apple, weekly options. Many actively traded stocks have weekly options. Apple is one of the most actively traded, so of course it has weekly options. So these options expire this week, today. That's the first expiration in May. The 14th will be the second, the 21st will be the third, 28th will be the fourth. You get the idea, right? 7 days apart. They're all on Friday. So anyway, these expire in 2 weeks. May 136 calls, they paid 50 cents. So if you followed my logic in the last one, you know I'm going to want to pay about 50 cents for an at the money and then sell something else against it. That's usually my modus operandi. And there is Apple at approximately that same 130 level. And as you see there, going back to the beginning of this year, the stock has, for the most part, just kind of bounced around, not outperformed. But if you look at it over a year, it is up some 80%. If you'd like to learn more about how we do unusual option activity, go to marketrebellion.com/UOA. That is marketrebellion.com/UOA. We can show you all about it. Questions? Let me get to a couple of your questions. You can always direct them to me by putting them at Jon, Jon. My dad was John, Najarian. So that's at Jon Najarian is my Twitter account. JB, and his handle is at Justin D. Boggs. So that's Justin D. Boggs. That's his handle. Jon Najarian, your UOA on QSR from a week ago or so is printing 2x plus. Great call again. And then he said, now make it 3x. Thank you, Justin. Always appreciate that. I know it's not a question, it's more of a statement, but that's fine. There it is. On the bottom of the screen there, you see, folks, the big box shows you what our subscribers saw when we saw this. QSR, 10 o'clock in the morning, bullish combo. Stock's about 66 bucks. They're buying the May 67.50 calls for $1.27. The stock, if you were to have bought that from 66 to 69, call it about $3.38, give or take. So if you had a 1,000 share investment, that would have been $66,000 on the table. And for that, if you played your cards right, you made $3,300 approximately, going from 66 to 69.38. On the other hand, if you had the options, and as you saw the gentleman talking, saying he tripled his money, well, I think you did a little better there, and you defined your risk. So thank you for the nice comments, Justin, about QSR. Quick Serve is the parent company of, I think it's Burger King, among others. Matty Satz, I'm in already. If Elon Musk is the Doge father and Jon Najarian is Dr. Doge, then at GER313 from at QE for everyone is Deputy Doge. And QE for everyone, Matty Satz works with a group and they are smart folks. Matty, as you may have heard, because I interviewed him maybe a week ago or so, he is also a DJ, it turns out, on iHeartRadio. So he's a trader. He works with some guys that are pretty deep in crypto, and he's a DJ. Bang. And then we've got this Crypto Oracle, aka Rhythmitician. That's at GER313. Bro, get some gear and maybe we can talk about that title. I've been talking about Doge way back before you, dog, at Matty Satz. Going back and forth with each other with that beautiful Doge on the screen. And once again, Elon Musk leading the Doge charge. If you'd like to learn more about spreading, about how to manage risk, about how to create cash flow out of existing positions and so forth, do yourself a favor, go to marketrebellion.com/get started. That is marketrebellion.com/get started. You can learn all about it. Thank you for joining us here today, folks. I'd also encourage you to check out our Compound Interest podcast. Compound Interest is a podcast that I do. Most of them are right around 40 minutes. And we have good conversations with smart people. This guy's former Tesla battery expert. He helped build the Gigafactory in Fernie, Nevada. And Fernley or Fernie, I forget which. But Ryan Melsert is now the Chief Technology Officer at ABML, American Battery and Technology Corp. ABML is the symbol right now. Check that one out. We had a great time with them down in Florida at the Wall Street Conference, and can't say enough about how smart this guy is about batteries and remanufacturing old batteries so that you basically just keep that circle going rather than dumping a bunch of it into the ground. Smart stuff. Thank you for joining me today, folks. Have a phenomenal weekend, and we'll see you back here Monday. Bang.